they seem to be possibly related. But I do believe that, and I've told you guys this entire...
I think he's the worst possible person to cover any kind of instance of like violence that is even tangentially related to rappers or rap beef in general. Here's ABC News anchor accidentally calling Drake a bad word.
Lots of questions tonight about a security guard who was shot outside the mansion of the rapper, I should say, Drake in Toronto.
Now, many people are asking this.
Lots of...
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You are hearing I by Kendrick Lamar, and although the 17-time Grammy winner may love himself, it seems he doesn't have much love for fellow hip-hop artist Drake. Now, you may have heard about their public feud, the insulting tracks over the last couple of weeks, disses going back and forth. Against the backdrop of all that, a security guard is in serious condition after being shot outside Drake's Toronto home yesterday. Now, it's not clear if the shooting is related to the feud, and police have not identified suspects. This morning, we dive deep into the beef between two of the biggest names in hip-hop. He's the 5-time Grammy winner behind mega hits like Hotline Bling.
I know when that hotline bling.
Oh, what an own.
That can only mean one thing.
What an own, dude. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. When they bring up what you've done, when they use Hotline Bling to showcase what your artistry looks like, what your discography looks like, that's an own in and of itself.
Aubrey Graham, a.k.a. Drake, is one of this generation's most recognizable rap stars.
I'm upset.
And if you are wondering why he seems to be upset these days, look no further than another hip-hop icon.
Yo, my knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
That would be Kendrick Lamar, who has racked up more than a dozen Grammys and even a Pulitzer Prize for his music.
Yeah. Soldier's DNA.
But after around a decade of simmering on-again and off-again tension,
Poetic justice.
preceded by collaborations with each other, the duo has been exchanging fiery diss tracks since late March, calling out everything from parenting styles to allegations of infidelity and abuse, to the expression of their black identities, generating millions upon millions of streams. Both artists have either denied or alluded to denying the claims against them in their lyrics.
They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen.
Yeah, narcissist, misogynist, living inside his songs. Try to destroy families rather than taking.
Oh, God. CBS Mornings is like, it's a bridge too far to be like, Kendrick called him a file. Come on. No. Show some of the more damning verses.
Care of his own.
And in his most recent diss track,
Certified lover boy, certified fouls.
Lamar...
Oh, no. Oh, it's so Jover. It's so Jover. CBS Mornings playing Certified Lover Boy, Certified Pal. Oh, my God. Oh. Wow.
referred to Drake as a file, which Drake also denied in his response.
Say, Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1.
Oh.
Any that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him.
Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested.
Oh my God, what an awful retort. No, they should have put the other one too. Drake is not a name you'll see on no sex offender list.
That got dark.
Now a feud that was already all over social media has entered the mainstream.
I've been away for the past 48 hours trying to piece it all together.
Earning a mention on this weekend's episode of Saturday Night Live.
Shame on me for doing those mean raps about you.
Well, bless your heart for saying that. Shame.
Wait, that's so funny. They're literally, Saturday Night Live is parodying this CBS morning coverage, which ended up featuring their parodying of the CBS morning coverage that came afterwards.
On me too, I suppose.
Oh, jeez.
We have reached out to representatives for both Kendrick Lamar and Drake for comment, but have not heard back.
That is meta. But yeah, so that happened. Drake got shot, or sorry, rather, the embassy was shot at in a drive-by shooting. 2 weeks ago, a shooting happened at the Weeknd's manager's place as well. Security guard shot outside a $12 million Encino mansion owned by popular music executive known as Cash XO. It happened at a home owned by Amir Ismailian, an Iranian-Canadian music industry executive. Here.
Still trying to piece together exactly what led up to a shooting outside a music executive's house.
Security guard was rushed to the hospital, and the armed suspects are still on the loose. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes joins us from Encino, where the crime took place. Rob?
Yeah, the hunt is on for those 3 suspects. They took off after shooting a security guard several times. Now, the mansion where this all went down is right down this long driveway. It is the home of a successful hip-hop music producer.
The Encino home must have seemed like a good target, a 7-bedroom, $12 million mansion. But whoever tried breaking into it may not have expected to find a security guard on the property. And LAPD says the suspects opened fire on that guard, shooting him several times.
The wait time for any police officer to come is about 20 minutes to 30 minutes, and these people just need 10 to 15 minutes to come in and leave your house.
Neighbors are clearly frustrated, saying break-ins and burglaries here have been taking off. We did a data dive into the latest crime stats and found that burglaries in LAPD's West Valley division are up 30% since 2019.
Yeah, I know in the past year 3 break-ins have happened. It's a gated community. Our walls are like 15 feet high, so it's kind of scary that they can just figure out ways to jump over these walls and enter your property like that.
In this case, LAPD says it is now searching for 3 men who were behind the shooting. It happened around 2:30 this morning. The security guard, said to be in his 30s, no word on his condition. The mansion in question, owned by this man, Amir Ismailian, a music producer known in the industry as Cash XO, who worked with hip-hop stars like Travis Scott and The Weeknd. One woman who lives in the neighborhood says despite the shooting, she isn't worried about crime here.
It's a very safe neighborhood. I feel very safe running in it. I'm sure it's something related to whoever the owners were.
Now, if you have any information.
Like, yeah, them Iranians living in our neighborhood. Them Iranians came around these parts, made it. No, actually, she means Canadians. Even worse than the Iranian, a Canadian. I am so rich, it's crazy that anyone could break in because we have 15-foot walls to keep out the poorest West LA white people. Bro, this is an entirely different orbit, okay? This is in Encino. This is a gated community in Encino, okay, comprised of multi-million-dollar mansions everywhere. Encino, otherwise, Encino, other than like gated communities like this one, are obviously Encino is like in the valley. It's not exactly like a rich area, except for this. I suspect this community.
Information that could help lead investigators to the suspects in this case. You're urged to call Crime Stoppers. The number is on your screen.
Encino is trash. It is. It's not great. So basically, your neighborhood. Yeah, dude. Yes, I live in a gated neighborhood, guys. Okay, let's keep believing that. I am not going to turn around and tell you that I do not live in a gated neighborhood. I do. Please don't come here. Yes. Not only do I live in a gated neighborhood, but the gates are closed. And also I have automatic turrets. Yeah, auto turrets. Snipers on the roof. No, the shooting I just showed you is the Weeknd's manager's house, Cash XO, versus the other shooting was in Toronto, outside of Drake's house. The recent one that happened is happened in Toronto. Oh my God, someone clipped it. Academics actually showing a screen where he had 10 consecutive emails of food orders. This is the most hilarious revelation of this beef. Someone said, not one business email out of 10. Yeah, no, I live in a mixed income neighborhood. It's a nice neighborhood overall, but it's like it's mixed zoning. It's not like I don't live in a gated community. The valley's where the wealthy people live. Hollywood or WeHo is where wannabes live. No, I think that there's like really nice parts of WeHo as well. My part of WeHo is also pretty nice, but it is also mixed zoning. It's not like most parts of WeHo are mixed zoning. Academics thinks The Weeknd shot at Drake.
I have spoken with Drake and he's okay. He said he's good. But the streets is talking. From what I'm hearing, this got nothing to do with Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick didn't send some hitters. Obviously, he's going to get reported as such. But what I'm hearing, this wasn't random. There was a shooting that occurred about 10 minutes before, about less than 2 miles from here. And keep in mind, this isn't like the hood, right? This ain't like Southside Chicago. This is a rich neighborhood that doesn't see violence and doesn't see gunfire. And also in Canada, It's kind of almost damn near illegal to have a gun. So when you hear that 2 incidents of gun violence occurred within 2 miles and 10 minutes, they seem to be possibly related. But I do believe that, and I've told you guys this entire...
I think he's the worst possible person to cover any kind of instance of like violence that is even tangentially related to rappers or rap beef in general.
The entire thing was orchestrated by XO, in my opinion. Now, I'm talking about music right now. This is music. I believe that The Weeknd and Drake has always had issues. It was always pacified because both of them had shared people in common. I believe at a certain point that stopped being the case, and apparently they patched it up a bunch of times. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people from Toronto has hit me, giving me like their idea of what's going on, and basically saying, yo, some of this is word on the street, right? Again, they've told me much more than that. I believe there's some Toronto. Whatever the politics is there, is that. It's nothing to do with essentially a rap beef. That's some Toronto politics, and possibly, maybe that was somebody sending Drake a very powerful message. Nigga, I don't know who you think you are.
I like that the N-word is not bleep, but shit is.
But it could go down.
That's so funny. Oh, here's DJ Academics getting emotional during a live stream comparing Drake and Kendrick Lamar, saying Kendrick's infrequent music makes him feel... Wait, what is this?
I'm going to get... Kendrick gets the better of this. I'm going to get upset at Kendrick that if you're this good, if you're this guy who's even better than the guy who I really like, you show up once every 5 years, you don't...
Bro, what are these bleeps, man?
Put out music, you're not ever present in music. Like, that create a disdain for... Like, bruh, you don't deserve the title of being king. If you think that you just get to sit on that throne and not be able to do what I do like about Drake,
yeah, dude, quantity over quality is what I like about Drake, and what I hate about Kendrick is quality over quantity. Yeah, I'm ridiculous. What a ridiculous argument.
Did the that if you're king, you got to do. He accepted every challenger. He tried to help young coming up. He tried to be present. When I said, what top 5 you smoking on? I don't think you've been present in this culture, my. But if we got to go 5 years without hearing from you, it bothers me. I don't think you're that busy. I don't think your family life is that much. So when I got a who's been playing that role all along, and if you're better than him, you'll do the he's doing times 10.
Best actor in Hollywood was Daniel Day-Lewis, and he barely has any movies. Okay.